2024 has been marked by both big new shifts and the evolution of existing episodes with global repercussions, including ongoing wars in Gaza, Ukraine and Sudan. In February came news of Alexei Navalny's death. The strongest critic of Russia's Vladimir Putin died in a Siberian penal colony.
3 дня назад Владимир Путин убил моего мужа Алексея Навального.
In March, Putin won another 6-year term. April saw Israeli jets strike the Iranian embassy in Syrian capital Damascus, killing a senior Revolutionary Guards commander. Iran responded with its first ever direct attack on Israeli soil. In May, though, Iran's president died in a helicopter crash near the Azerbaijani border. Sudan's war entered its second year, and the RSF paramilitary began a devastating siege of the army-controlled Darfuri city of El Fasher. Its fall would add to the toll of the world's worst humanitarian crisis. South Africa took a new political path in June. The ANC lost its majority for the first time since the 1994 end of apartheid and had to form an awkward coalition government. The European Union went to parliamentary polls too. Then President Emmanuel Macron called a snap election after the French far right surged in the polls. Months of political deadlock followed. In July, US President Joe Biden dropped his re-election bid after a disastrous debate against Donald Trump. Vice President Kamala Harris took over. Amid the tense race, a would-be assassin shot Trump through the ear.
If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Trump later survived a second attempt on his life unharmed. Elsewhere, the UK got a new Labour government after voters booted out the Conservatives after 14 years. In August, a surprise offensive saw Ukrainian forces take over swathes of Russian territory in Kursk. Also pursuing victory, world-class athletes headed to France for the Paris Olympics. And in September, in Lebanon, Hezbollah fighters' pagers and walkie-talkies began exploding. Israeli intelligence was blamed. Its military extended operations and killed Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah in an airstrike on Beirut. A full-scale conflict with the militant group would continue for another 3 months. In Gaza, the civilian death toll of tens of thousands continued to climb at the 1-year anniversary of the Middle East war. October saw Israel kill Yahya Sinwar, the Hamas leader behind the attack on Israel that sparked the devastating regional fallout.
Today, the mastermind of this day of sheer evil is no more.
The deepening conflict led The Hague's International Criminal Court to issue arrest warrants for both Israeli and Hamas leaders in November. That same month, over in the US,
Decision Desk HQ can now project that former President Donald Trump will be our next president.
Trump clinched a return to the White House, with Republicans winning both the Senate and the House of Representatives. In December, South Korea's president was impeached after unexpectedly declaring martial law. While here in France, the Christmas reopening of Notre Dame was celebrated with great fanfare. And Gisèle Pelicot became a feminist icon after her husband, who for 2 decades arranged for his drugged wife to be raped in her home, was among 51 men given lengthy prison sentences. And finally, a lightning offensive by Syrian rebels ousted Bashar al-Assad, ending over 13 years of civil war. It ended the Assad family's half-century grip on Syria, though now the country's new masters, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, are trying to reassure Western powers concerned by their al-Qaeda roots.